So we're going to be doing the scrunched look and preparing our denim for the scrunched acid wash look. So much like you've seen in tie-dye videos over the years, it's going to be the same process of essentially scrunching the fabric together, binding it, and then adding it to the bleach. So I find it easier to start kind of in the middle. You might find it easier starting towards a side or an end, but I'm going to go ahead with my piece of denim and start in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find a part and start literally scrunching it together. Now this is going to be the most challenging pattern to create in a way, because you are going to have to really take your time to control the way the folds are happening. They are really organic, so there's going to be a lot of like different, organic patterns that will be created. But what you want to control is try to get the height of the scrunch to be even throughout, and then scrunch up all or most of the denim. You can scrunch up part of the denim and, do a different technique for other parts, or maybe you'll want to, just get a complete whitewash for other parts and have the scrunched up acid wash look in other areas, like maybe on the knees or elbows of a jacket, but it's really up to you. So I'm just going to keep manipulating this fabric, and I'm holding it with my hand, and sometimes what happens is the scrunch will start to undo itself. It's okay, because what I can do is I can come back in here, push the fabric down, and keep working. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this side here. Continue to do that. And because it's denim, it really depends on the weight of your denim as how challenging it's going to be. I believe this is a 12-ounce denim, so not the heaviest denim, but also not the finest denim, very far from a chambray. So I'm just gonna keep scrunching, and once I have a good area, I could start using rubber bands to kind of hold it in place. I'm gonna scrunch a little bit more before I get to that. See, I can barely hold it with my hand. I'm holding it with the one hand as I'm scrunching with the other. So I've got a good grip here. I'm gonna go ahead, add a rubber band just to kind of hold it. It's not gonna be perfect. And then I'm gonna keep moving on and scrunching other parts of the denim. And as you see, some parts will pop up, and it's okay. I can just push it down. And so this is just really a patience activity, taking your time to really scrunch it together. And I also found, just taking my time is, making it a lot easier, making it more of a tighter process. I like to have my scrunch really, really tight, so I have like almost these lightning streaks across the denim as I'm acid dyeing. So see this part starting to fold up. Go ahead and scrunch in like this. There we go. I cut a pretty decent sized piece of denim, and it's gonna take me a few minutes to get this going. It's a good bit. Add another rubber band. And again, some of it may come undone. It's okay, because you can go back in and re-scrunch it. Because what we're basically gonna do is just keep scrunching the whole thing, and then we can control how much of the bleach is going to get into the fabric and how much area is going to get lightened with how tightly we scrunch it too. So if we want to have a lighter piece overall, we'll have it less bound. And if we want to have like a very crisp difference with like the dark, because I'm using a darker denim to begin with, compared to the lighter, we're going to go ahead and very tightly bind it. Another rubber band here. The piece I began with, just to give you a point of reference, was about 35 by 16 inches. It's not good, but to pull up a rubber band. Oh no. And I keep alternating hands because I just find it a bit more comfortable. My goal, because I don't want too much bleach to get into this, is to probably get this very heavily scrunched, so very, very tightly bound. And that's also going to be the most challenging and most time consuming to set your piece up to do. So I'm going to get all of these pieces in like so. And I'm going to start adding rubber bands. And then now I'm going to start adjusting what I have scrunched so that, again, I have like an even height across the whole thing. If I see like pieces that are kind of coming up above the height that I want, I'm going to push it down and bring in the scrunch. And really just take my time. Go. Again, some areas might want to work in, so I might open it up and push more of it down and then squeeze it together like I'm doing. So I'm going to kind of make like a plate or a frisbee. Like I said, I want to have this really closely, tightly bound so that I only have these edges really exposed to the bleach. And I'll have a lot of contrast between the color of the dark color of the denim and the lightened bits with the diluted bleach. Go. Okay, so then I have my piece bounded. I can go ahead and add a few more if I want it even tighter and bring it in a little bit tighter, but it's relatively flat across the whole thing, so it's pretty much the same thickness. And then I can choose to go ahead and put it in the bleach. I'm going to go ahead when I add it to my bucket to have it with the dark side down, because I really want to have these light spots along all of these ridges here. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to my bucket and then grab my result.